Karen Gillen. Chris Pratt. Zoe Saldana. Dave Bautista. Lee Pace. Jaimon Hansu.
I love him.
Michael Rooker. And Kevin Feige. We can have everybody seated, please.
First question's on the right.
What's our first question?
Hello. Hi. My first question is for James. It's the elephant in the room, but I think we're all wondering, that one from cast here, is there any news that might hear soon about Rocket Raccoon or Groot?
Yeah, we might hear about Rocket Raccoon or Groot.
Soon? Like casting? Anytime soon?
Pretty soon.
Pretty soon?
Pretty soon.
Nowish?
Not now. Tomorrow, next week, next month. I don't know. Soon. Not Kevin. Kevin tells me what I can do with that.
Perfect answer, James. Perfect answer.
The Kevin part?
Right.
Over here on the right.
What's the basic moral premise conflict of Guardians of the Galaxy?
Oh man, that's a good question before I flew here from London, 12 hours. Guardians is about a family coming together. It really is about a group of individuals who have acted selfishly only as individuals throughout their life and learning something about themselves that makes them heroes.
Here on the left.
Hi, Jack, with nerdlocker.com. Chris, what was the extent of your training to get your body into the shit that it is now?
Oh man, it was about 6 months. Just got after it, a combination of different things, lifting weights, cardio, and really strict nutrition. And so, I mean, it's like really boring stuff, but basically, I cried like 48 pounds off, and the rest was being hungry and running a lot.
He's being very disciplined. His birthday was 4 weeks ago. I happened to be there. They brought out a tray of vegetables that spelled happy birthday.
Yeah. And if there was one that was sharp, I would have used it to cut my wrist. That's not, you shouldn't make jokes about suicide doses.
Here on the center right.
James, your previous films have more of an R-rated tone, obviously. Will you plan on keeping more of a darkly comedic tone throughout this film without wandering into the R-rating?
Darkly comedic. I don't think of it as darkly comedic. I do think of it as me. I got to say that there's a lot of James Gunn in this movie, and it's a strange thing because when I turned in the first draft to Kevin and Marvel and Josh, and they read the first draft, they were all really happy. It made me happy. That was a really good day. And their biggest note was more James Gunn, which freaked the hell out of me. So I gave him more James Gunn. That's what's in the movie, and I think it's a really unique movie. But with every movie I do, I'm speaking to a certain part of myself, and I'm speaking to a certain audience. And with a movie like Super, I'm speaking to a really specific person that movie means a lot to, and I really appreciate everybody that loves that movie. When I'm doing a movie like Guardians, it really is for a much broader audience, for everybody. It's a movie we can go see on a Friday night with everybody else in the city and really enjoy ourselves in a different type of way. And I appreciate both those types of movies.
Brooke over here in the center.
Hi, James.
Hey.
Coming off of something like Super and then coming to such a big budget, what has your experience been like with the budget on set?
That's easier. It's easier because with a movie like Super, like there's a lot of people on set who I think I can do their job better than they can. And in a movie like this, we worked really hard to find the best, whether it was the best actor, for each of these roles, which we worked really hard at to get the best people for this movie, really hard. But not only that, the best production designer, the best composer, the best, costume designer. And so they all make my job a lot easier on this movie than it's been in the past.
Right here.
The question for the cast, the Marvel Universe so far, Captain America, Thor, etc., have been huge, really well-known superheroes. Is it intimidating at all to step into these roles, going into what people may not be as familiar with?
There's nothing intimidating about, 200 people looking at you at a press conference. This is easy. Yeah, I'm not scared. Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, being at Comic-Con, answering questions about, a comic book movie is like super easy. No, I don't know. Anyone else?
It's exciting. Of course, you're nervous, and I would be cautious to use the word intimidated because I don't want it to be interpreted like I feel any less or any inferior. I feel very excited to join the Marvel family of superheroes, and I do believe that Guardians have bigger powers in a way. And if we were up against Captain America, I feel we would totally do that. Yes.
She said.
Great.
Here, all the way in the line in the back.
I wanted to know if Benicio del Toro is playing Khan in the movie.
No, just for all the actors and James as well, this being sort of an unknown quantity and a unique sort of standout in the Marvel universe or in comic book movies adaptations in general. If you guys felt sort of emboldened by that being different, or you felt a greater sense of pressure because of it.
No.
I think, I'll just answer real quick. I think, I don't think that the reason that all the Marvel movies thus far have been received so well is because they were such famous comic books. I think they were great stories, and Iron Man is Iron Man now to people because of Iron Man the movie, it was a comic and certain people knew it, but they love it and they go back to it because it's great storytelling. And I think it's the same thing with this. This is a really cool story, and Marvel they know what they're doing. They know how to tell a story, and they know how to make this movie. So I really don't feel intimidated. If you told me, Chris, you have to go adapt Guardians of the Galaxy into a movie on your own, I'd be super intimidated. But when they're like, we're doing it, we'd love you to be part of it, it's like, wow, great, come along for the ride.
In the center.
Hi, I'm not sure if you work together in most of your scenes or if you're broken up into groups, but I was wondering, what were some of the most challenging scenes for you, and also were there any injuries? Did anyone get hurt?
Well, we still have 85% of the film to shoot.
Yeah.
We could. I think there's going to be a great deal of soreness and muscle crimping and sweating. But it's going to be great. We've been all trained for it. We've been rehearsing. Endless conversations with our director as well as talking to every department that's sort of building us together, from David Bautista to myself to Lee and John and also Michael and Karen. We have an excruciatingly so much makeup. We have so much makeup to do. constantly, and they're retouching every single second. So there's going to be a lot of work that we're putting into it. But I think I'm going to speak for myself, and I'm pretty sure that people here will identify themselves with it. Is I'm just excited to be doing something different, and this is sort of like the anti-hero movie. When you meet these characters, they're thieves, they're rebels, they're assassins, and they're going to be learning very big lessons. But because of James Gunn's sort of interpretation of Guardians, the levity will be very abundant, and that's what keeps it, I guess, awesome. That from like my 10-year-old niece who just visited the set, and myself, and we both walked into one of the sets that we had built, we both had the same expression, and we were both through it. We were like, whoa. It was insane.
I would also add, and this may be considered a spoiler, but I have some really big injuries planned for Michael Rooker. And hopefully, he's going to help me with those.
I relish the thought.
All the way over here in the front on the right.
Thank you all for coming. First of all, for Dave Batista, thanks for all your words about setting your goals and giving it your all to achieve those goals. Those are real inspiring stuff. You're the man, Dave. And also, how strong is Drax, and is he strong enough to beat up the Hulk and Thor?
I would have to say yes on that.
Have you seen his hands, for the love of God? It's raining and you still think he put his hands. I don't answer that, so.
No, I understand, and I appreciate you saying that, because that's kind of been my message throughout my career. So I really come from that when I'm a poor kid in the streets. And to me, what I've been able to achieve is really just been through hard work. Really not letting anyone say to me that I can't do something. So this project alone by is by far the biggest thing I've ever done in my life. To be a part of this is really, I always try to tell people, encourage people, whether I go talk to kids or just tweet out and stuff. Just tell people to pursue their dreams. Just pursue your dreams.
Here in the center.
Questions for Dave Batista. As your previous work with WWE, doing the live shows, the Raw, and everything, did it help prepare you for doing more film roles? Or?
No, people ask me that a lot, because I always tell people it's very nerve-wracking. Going to auditions for me is like the worst thing in the world. It's just terrifying. People, they don't get it. It's really going out and performing in front of 100,000 people. And it's so much more intimate, and it's just so much smaller than everybody. So there's just so much attention right there on you. It's just absolutely terrifying. Yes, it's new to me, but I always go to work. I always, I'm still a student at this, and I'm not afraid to let people know about it. This is new to me. I'm still learning, and I'm not afraid to go to people and pick their brains and ask for advice. Because that's to me, that's how you get back. That's how I've gotten better at everything I've ever done. Is don't be too proud of that yourself. And I'm learning a lot with taking responsibility from cash, from the director, from the crew, producers, just that's what it's all about. For me, that's how you stay young. If you're just doing something you love, if you're learning something new every day, that's the key.
Hey guys, right here. Mark Walters is a big fanboy.com. Thanks for coming out. One of the things I always loved about Guardians of the Galaxy was the characters are so weird and wonderful and different from like normal superheroes. And in an effort so that everybody gets to say something in this press conference, can you each tell us just a few words, like what is your favorite weird and wonderful aspect of your character?
Yeah, Michael. What do you want to know again?
Favorite weird and wonderful aspect of your character?
Weird and wonderful?
Yeah.
It's actually quite a good time, actually, in this project. Yondu for me, there's a lot of Yondu and a lot of me in Yondu. When I first read the script, I noticed right away there's aspects of Yondo's existence within this universe of ours, in this film of ours, that is very, very close to me. Like, for example, the tough love attitude that I have towards some of the other cast members. They're extremely tough love, as a matter of fact. So that I'm very much like that in my life as well. And so, and I don't, in a lot of the movies, not all the movies, but a lot of the movies I've done, I hardly ever do makeup. Except on James Gunn. You know, the one was a 7-hour makeup and stood there. This one's not so bad, maybe 2.5 hours. So that's, for me, that's a very interesting aspect, because I usually don't, I get in, I look at the mirror, I go, what do you think? And the makeup girl says, or guy says, well, we can do this, and I go, and I walk away, you know, not to be, you know, mean or anything, it's just that I prefer not to have, I prefer, when I get mad, I get red. When I get embarrassed, I get red. When I get turned on, I get red. And I want the audience to see that as well, you know, and the characters. So if the character's getting mad, getting turned on, getting upset or something, you're going to see that in the facial tones and the skin tones. And that's what I enjoy about acting. It can be very subtle like that. And so with a lot of makeup on, you can't see a lot of that. So I prefer to have no makeup at all, but not in this one. Sorry to say. I'm actually happy to say. I'm very excited to be involved with it. Dave's got a whole lot of makeup. Anyway, that's my anyway, I don't know. Did I answer your question?
What's the most weird and wonderful aspect of your personality?
Just so that each person could say something.
Hi, I'm John Mantu. I play Korak, who is a humanoid. And I like to Roman. But I just want to begin saying by highlighting this one little story about my son. I have a 4-year-old son who one day looked at him and said, you know, he loves all this superheroes. And I mean, from Spider-Man to Batman to Iron Man. I mean, he's got all the costumes. And one day he looked at me and said, well, I want to be light-skinned so I can be Spider-Man. Spider-Man is light-skinned. So that's sort of like, that was a shock to me. So I think, you know, I'm extremely excited to be part of a Marvel Universe, so that you know, hopefully can provide that, you know, sort of like a diverse, outlook of superheroes or bad guys that have, stories. It's important for us to be, to be part of that, specifically. So that was my in tickets to a Marvel world, and I'm excited. Thank you.
Yeah, I play Ronan the Accuser, and it's a character that's been around since 1967 when he first walked the Fantastic Four, and so there's a lot of incredible story that I've gotten to research. I mean, reading comic books research. I guess I've been doing my job, and I started early this week filming the character, and I'm just really excited to make a villain that is complicated, and that there's a core of him that is you can find something that you can understand. I don't know. He's pretty bad though, so it's a pretty bad dude. Yeah, I guess it's early days, so I'm just putting the first wall up, and we'll start there.
Drax the Destroyer, who's also a pretty bad dude. Drax, he's full of rage, and he's full of honor. He's very literal, but I think the best thing about Drax is he's hysterical, without meaning to be hysterical. Yeah. I think that's what I love the most about Drax.
inside. And she's gonna, I guess, discover that, hopefully.
For Quill, without blowing too much of his origin or anything like that, there's like a petulance to him. Like he hasn't been really held accountable as an adult. He's been able to be kind of free in space and do whatever he's wanted to do, and that's really kind of fun because it means that he's like slept with all these super weird aliens.
It sounds like you've had some really good parenting.
What's that?
You've had some mighty fine parenting.
That's my favorite weird element of it. It's just very wonderful. And then, but my favorite moment I think I've had was when I first donned my full wardrobe in like in the costume department. I put it on and it was just like wow. I wore it and I thought that was pretty wonderful. All of a sudden my walk changed a little bit and I had a little extra bob in my head while I was walking and I felt that was pretty cool. So great work.
I played Nebula. Weird. She looks pretty weird. And one of the most interesting things about the character for me is her very strange and complex relationship with Gamora. And that's it.
I played the collector, well, he collects things. I think it's pretty cool that he's got his own personal zoo.
You guys hear his original answer? He said his favorite weird and wonderful. He goes, my hair. He's got a strange hair in the movie. My favorite thing about these, can I just share a quote that you told me in our first meeting? Now we were sitting down, we were talking about something about the character. And this is the reason why I know you and I are good friends forever. Is because we sat there and I asked you, we were talking about something about collecting stuff and how you get excited when you get something new collecting. And then all of a sudden we get really serious when you go, I was the first kid in my neighborhood to have an alligator. That wasn't funny, like you just saying that. That's my favorite sentence. Top 10 favorite sentences. It is true.
And this is going to be our last question right here.
Hi, I'm from Singapore. My question is for James. As a Hispanic manager of Marvel Universe, there is going to be any connection to the other Marvel movies or mention?
Well, we have Thanos. So, Thanos is the thing that connects us to the Marvel Universe at this point, and then in the future we'll see what happens after this. But for right now, we're connected to the rest of the Marvel Universe because of 3 seconds at the end of the event.
Fantastic. Thanks, everybody.